Yes, there is this issue that I want to just talk about. In fact, as I am standing here, I have two translations of the Bible. You see, one and two. So another one is King James. The other one is another translation, but with a clearer preacher's English translation. You see, the issue of this whole thing that we're talking about. That this one is offending that one is not offending the other one. If we look at this whole thing, you are looking for solution, but sometimes you cannot find solution to these things because these things are started from the one that we all before our emergence totally, even BCs, before the coming of Christ. So I begin to wonder how people want to fix the problem and want to solve solutions. Well, if at all there is solution, it's by dialogue, by kind of reaching a consensus, by agreement. So let me just point it straight to the point. You see, I take to the issue of herdsmen, or maybe the Muslims and the Christians. You see, this whole thing has started from the Bible. So let me draw your attention to something. Check Genesis. As a Christian, I'm talking about it from the angle of Christianity because if I'm to be a Muslim, I will check my Quran. So now let me talk from the Christian aspect of it. So if you check your Bible from Christian Holy Book, you check your Bible in the book of Genesis. If you check Genesis chapter 20, and then you check from verse 21, and then if you check Genesis 20 verse 21, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. No, sorry, Genesis 21. You check from verse 20. You see, if you check from verse 20 of that Genesis 21, you see. And this translation say, and God blessed the boy, and he grew up in the wilderness of Paran and became, and remember, don't forget, Paran is in Egypt. In the wilderness of Paran, it's a city in Egypt, and became an expert archer, and his mother arranged a marriage for him with a girl from Egypt. About this time, King Abimelech and Phicol, commander of his troops, the commander of that young boy's troop. So who are we talking about now? You know, Abraham had son from the bondwoman, as the Bible will say. You know, he said that Isaac and Jacob, you know, Abraham himself. So at the end of the day, don't forget, concerning the issue of Abraham begat Isaac, Laughter, and Ishmael, so the Ishmaelites. So they became the Muslim side of it, and Isaac, his descendants, who begat Esau and Jacob, later became the heir to the Christians and all that. But something happened. When the Ishmael, the son of the bondwoman, was driven out, where he was driven to, he later became a commander. He became an archer. He became a warrior. He became a desert warrior. In fact, he became a herdsman. They are the herders we're talking about today. So, but if you proceed now, you find out that something happened. When he became a warrior, the mother, in order to make him have roots, eh? He later went and gave him and got a wife for his son because he has grown up, he has been of age. But the fact the father figure was not there. He was pursuing his career and the promises that God gave him. And then the mother brought a wife for his son, and from Egypt. And the son became a commander, he became a captain, he became a general. The kingdom noticed they observed the importance of that young man in that very kindred. What happened? They traced his genealogy and found out that Abraham was his father. And then they went to Abraham. They said, please, we know that God is in your side. And everything you do, God supports it. And you have backup from heaven. Now, having seen that your son now have become a commander, a captain in our army, make us an agreement now that you're not going to hurt us or do anything against our people. Are you hearing me now? And now Abraham himself now remember that these people, he has a grievance, he have offense that these people have committed against him. What was the offense? There was a well that was forcefully taken from Abraham's servant. Abraham have it in mind. That is to tell you that a day will come, Abraham will go after them, knowing that it's at advantage that the son is there because he has become the commander. And if the son now happens to know that his father is coming to war against him, he will take side on his father. But the king, being a wise king, he went ahead to meet Abraham, say, let's make an agreement. And Abraham swore to him and make them a promise. So what are you people waiting for to go and make an agreement to these people and settle this dispute once and for all, so that they stop killing Christians, they stop killing the religious people, the Muslims, and they have this cordiality, this agreement, so that to move on. Let me quickly take you there. And at the end of the day, I think that will bring an end to this very particular segment of this teaching. I take it from that Genesis 21, from verse 20 to that very verse. Now, and God blessed the boy, and he grew up in the wilderness of Paran and became an expert archer. And his mother arranged a marriage for him with a girl from Egypt. About this time, King Abimelech and Phicol, commander of his troop, came to Abraham and said to him, it is evidence that God helped you in everything you do. Swear to me by God's name that you won't defraud me or my sons or my grandsons, but that you will be on friendly terms with my country. Not for him alone. As I have been towards you, Abraham replied, all right, I swear it. Then Abraham complained to the king about a well the king's servant had taken violently away from Abraham's servant. You see it? Before you see any quarrel, before you see any disagreement, before you see any war or battle, there must be something underneath. There is a dispute that was not settled. There is a disagreement somewhere. There is this grievances, there is this anger, annoyance somewhere. So if something is not going right, ask yourself questions and make things right. And you see that amicable peace will be restored. Thank you. Even at that, I will still take you to the second segment of it, but not now. So we're going to take it bit by bit. Follow us. Thank you. Share and comment.